going to read all the emails right now too. All right, people. No intro today. Nothing. Nope. Not going to happen. Some shady shit just went down. I'm pretty pissed off at the moment. Um, Let me get a second to get this up so you guys can read and see it all. Um, so let me just let everyone know there's no debate tonight, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why. Okay, so let me show you guys here in the Discord my screen so you guys can see what's going on. Give me 1 second, people, so I can show you guys this. Okay, so what I'm looking at now is the emails between me, Travis, and Modern Day Debate. I want you guys to understand something. Travis is a bitch, okay? So, first of all, the debate's not going on. And I'm going to read every single email right now so everyone knows exactly what just happened. Okay, so 7 days ago, James from Modern Day Debate said, I just wanted to see if you guys were up for a good old flat earth debate in April. In either case, I hope you're both healthy and well. Next, or 7 days ago, Travis says Saturdays are preferable. I said anytime, any date, I'm ready. 3 days ago, Travis said Sean is getting antsy when we doing this. 2 days ago, James said, hey friends, thanks for your patience. Could do this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern work for you guys? We just had an opening. Thanks for considering. Plain Truth 2 days ago says works for me. Okay, so this is where things got funny. So 2 days ago, right after Travis, about 6 minutes after Travis messaged James works for me, I typed works for me also. Now that message didn't go to James. That message just went to Travis. Let's get that straight. So the next message, 21 hours ago, James says, no word yet. I've got to hear from Sean by tonight in order for me to be able to do it tomorrow. Now this is where Travis gets fucking shady. Travis says, email him directly. I think he responded, but it only CC'd me. Now, Travis, if you're out there, or anybody else, logically, why wouldn't Travis just say, hey, he's good to go, he hit me up, I got that, or he said he got the email. Why wouldn't Travis say, yeah, he said he's good to go? So this is what ends up happening now. So this morning, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I made sure I messaged them. My bad, I replied, it must have been only to Travis. I'm in for Sunday. That was 10 hours ago. Then at 1:10, I basically said, or basically what I did, I'll go ahead and click on it. I sent the message that I sent to Travis to James so James could see what happened. Then 3 hours ago, James says, let me see if I can do 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. Are you guys free for 10 p.m. Eastern tonight? 36 minutes ago, I said, yep, I'm free for any time. And mind you, I messaged James, a direct message to James. Then I get this. This is 23 minutes ago from James. Sean G, are you trolling me right now? Did I not just ask you to hit reply all? If you guys want to come tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, I can host. Forget tonight. Travis, 22 minutes ago, says, laugh out loud, Sean G trolling? What? I just read every single message that I got from them. And no, James, you didn't say to hit reply all. And I apologize for that. Travis, you could have said something. And I clearly said, I'm all in, ready to go before you canceled it, James. Here's the message. Hang on. I'm not done. I'm still angry. Hang on. Then what I did is I sent James a message. Or I sent James 2 messages. Let me get to it. And this is a message just to me and him. And this is my long ass message saying, hey, I don't know why it didn't go through. I'm ready anytime, blah, 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 blah. That was 28 minutes ago. And then I got that message just now where James says, I can do it tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, but I'm not doing it tonight. So yeah, that's what's going down. Yeah, just so everyone knows. Yeah, I'm sorry. That to me, that's shady. Travis knew I was down. James knew I was down before he canceled it, and then decided to cancel it because he assumed I was trolling. Um, when Travis could have easily said he's all in after when he told him he had gotten a message from me. Say again. Yeah, that's. I'm pretty pissed the fuck off right now. Yeah, that's some that's I I, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, that's all just fucking some bullshit. And mind you, I messaged James on Discord, his email, Twitter, all so I could make sure it got everything in there. So
Yeah, like I said, it's almost word for word the same emails I got. I'll see if I can screenshot them and share them here.
Oh,
yeah,
apparently they can't hear. They can't hear us.
yeah,
in
yeah. I
YouTube.
I fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
cool.
you're good.
So
Yeah,
I warned you, Sean.
you did warn me. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, I at first I wasn't I wasn't blaming um, James at first, but that all of a sudden now it's off. That's funny. I mean, the literally guys, the stream is already up.
Hmm.
I've already shared the link. The stream, like it's there. Here, let me see if it's he still has it because it was on. The schedule part. It was there. Why not just keep that going?
See, mine was already
Look,
naming it
it's
until
still there.
30 minutes before the show, and I
It's
got
still there.
replaced by Two Jump. I almost guarantee you he'll go live with Travis tonight, and he'll have somebody else on.
There it is. I'm showing everyone on YouTube right now. It's still scheduled, and he canceled it.
Or he canceled you.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
almost willing to.
They changed the date now.
So are you going to do it on the new date?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do it anytime. I'm not. That's the thing. It's whatever's going on is some bullshit. I can tell you right now. If
I don't know what Travis.
hey, if I read every single email, if I'm wrong in how I might feel about this being shady as fuck, call me out, somebody. But I'm telling you guys right now, I just read every single email, and suddenly it's all off now.
Why would I think it's shady? It's
Yeah, I'm a special kind of frustrated now. But there is something that will pick me up. There is something. Let me guys give you guys. Hey, let me go ahead and calm down real quick. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Just chill. Just chill.
let me give you guys the rough draft of what happened last night. Okay, so everyone knows me and Riley got into it again. This was over at Eyes to See. Travis's that girl Travis has on his stream or used to have on his stream a while.
Oh yeah.
Cool chick. I like her. She's fun, but she hosted an unplanned one on one with me and Riley. It wasn't planned. He just showed up out of nowhere. We were talking gravity once again, but this time Riley embarrasses him pretty bad. So you know how Riley likes to go. He'll find a Wikipedia page and then he'll what do you call it? Highlight it and then go. This means this.
Yeah.
So his first thing out the gate is general relativity tells us what the source of gravity is.
Oh yeah.
So I say, Riley, science doesn't know the source of gravity. We know the effects. And he goes, I can prove it to you. I said, oh, please do. He goes into Wikipedia and general relativity and finds where it says uneven distribution of mass. Now, hang on. Oh, C4, hell yes. Okay. And I go, Riley, let's get a couple things straight. One, science does not know the source of gravity. We know the effects, blah, 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 blah. And he continues on to tell me, Sean, the uneven distribution of mass is the source of gravity. I said, Riley, you understand that the uneven distribution of mass is the description of a gravity well. He says, no, you don't know what you're talking about, Sean. So he Googles uneven distribution of mass. I don't know why he does this. He pulls up a like a picture of the of our solar system, all the planets. But you know that the very not real picture that shows all the planets lined up in their order.
Yeah.
He points to that and says, "That's the uneven distribution of mass."
Oh my!
I said, Riley, what the fuck are you? That has nothing to do. This picture has nothing to do with it. He goes, "You don't know what you're talking about, Sean." I said, Riley, Google search gravity well. Mind you, he's Google searched uneven distribution of mass, and a gravity well picture pops up, on the search engine for the images.
Yeah.
And he's trying to talk his way out of that. And then I go, Riley, Google search gravity wells, because he's now telling me gravity wells aren't real. He Google searches gravity wells, and guess what pictures pop up? The same ones. This is where Riley flips the script and goes, you claimed to know the source. Excuse me?
No, he just told you that he knew what the source was.
Oh, this gets better, people, because yes, I recorded it. Now, I thought I recorded it perfectly. Well, I didn't. Apparently, this microphone likes to play shitty-ass games. I think you guys may have heard it earlier on Jose's. My mic sounded very weird.
It sounded awful.
Yeah, you guys get to hear that again. But it's worth it because Riley... Okay, put it this way. Riley really screwed himself on this one. This was probably the funnest conversation I've ever had with Riley based on the just outlandish crap he was saying. I'm going to play it for you guys. So let me go into that real quick.
I haven't got any popcorn, but I've got some peanuts. That'll do.
Right, let's get this over to this
Quite active
screen.
with a bigger peanut gallery.
I'll do it like this. Okay, so what I end up having to do is I just went to see her live stream, and I just found the spot where it starts. So we're gonna just play through that, and in that way you guys can all hear it. Let me go ahead and play it here, so you guys can just click on the link if you want. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let me get over to them. Everyone else didn't see it. All right. So again, like I said, this is ICC, her live stream last night, and Riley just shows up. Chris Matt was there. I like Chris Matt; he's cool, but he kind of antagonizes it. So that's where we're going to start at. I'm not 100% sure if I want to play the whole thing because it gets very repetitive of Riley doing his games. Only problem is I've done this before, so I call him on every single thing he's doing as he's doing it. Again, people, I'm sorry about the audio. You do understand me, but it does sound like I'm sitting in a toilet, I think calling bullshit said. But yeah, it is worth it. This is probably by far the dumbest Riley has ever sounded to me. in this conversation. But yeah, enjoy.
And he's sounded pretty dumb in the past, so this must be.
Like a soft bait.
Tell us about gravity, Sean G.
Yeah. Dude, I'd like to hear all about it.
Like what?
Oh yeah, I want to know all about that.
So I would love to know all about it too. Unfortunately, science has no clue what the source of gravity is.
Oh, it does though. It is defined, and we do know what causes it, Sean.
No, we don't know we don't have a source for gravity. We only know the effects of gravity.
No, we know the cause. We know the source.
What's the cause?
You're talking through this. Okay, so this is awesome. Okay, so what just happened? This is awesome. Okay, so what you guys just heard is Riley saying general relativity states the cause and the source. This is where it gets funny as shit. In the next 3 seconds, you're going to hear me go, Riley, we don't know what the source is. And then Riley somehow goes, Sean, I never said source. Enjoy.
What's the source?
It's really
It's in the definition, Sean. It's the effect of the curvature of space time, and then this is the key bit.
Wait. Did you say effect? Because I did say we see the effects. We don't know the source. That's exactly what I said. So you just saying that means we do understand that we do not know the source. We only can see the effects.
I know, but Sean, you just interrupted me at the crescendo. That was like, like the climax during like intercourse. That you just literally made me pull out.
I edged you. My bad.
Yeah, that conversation just happened.
Oh dear.
So let me start it again. All right. So don't focus on the first bit, Sean. Your bit's the second bit, and I'll put a pause there just for you, so it separates it. Don't interrupt the pause. Just hold that pause. Yeah. Gravity is defined by Einstein in 1915 in his paper on general relativity. The definition is this: it's the effect of the curvature of space-time ... caused by ... the uneven distribution of mass. So the uneven distribution of mass is the cause of gravity.
Yes.
No, it is the cause for the curvature in space, in the fabric of space. And Einstein makes it very clear that he's describing what happens, the effects of the space-time. Or I'm sorry, the fabric of space. He does not say the source.
It's the imbalance in the pressure mediation, Sean. Just accept it.
No,
he doesn't accept it. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't accept you saying Einstein says it was a source, because no, he does not.
Oh no, I never used the word source. That's something that you've put in there.
No, I didn't.
You guys hear it? This is the fun part. So here's the favorite part. Okay, so I used to see she's actually pretty cool. So she's definitely a flat earther, definitely a globe denier, but she's honest. So she's like, it's all good, John. Or I asked her, can you go back into the stream? She's like, oh, it's all good. She did it for me. She went back in the stream. So watch, it gets fun.
No, I didn't. You said it says what it is and the source of it. Those are your exact words. Are you able to go back in your stream size? Thank you. Oh, yes, you are. You are.
Yeah.
Play it, eyes, play it.
How far back?
20 seconds.
About 2 minutes at the very most. When we started that conversation just now, you made it very clear. You said general relativity, Einstein says the effect and the cause, the source. That's what you said.
I didn't. I said gravity is both defined and we know what causes it. That's what I said.
No, we don't know what causes that gravity. That is the source. And you said source as well.
We do.
See, you keep saying we know the source. No, we don't.
Yeah, we know what causes gravity. It's defined.
No, we know what the effects of gravity. Even in your statement, you literally said, you said the effects.
Yeah, there are things in place, but in her circumstances, she's not been at the job long enough to qualify for the bulk part of it. She gets like the basis at the minute. And I said, I don't know what to say.
Just so everyone knows, right now, she's trying to find the part, so it's going to kind of sound weird. But
I think it's right when I come back.
I'll just mute it because I know where it is. Right now, this is before I got back in there. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Coming, Sean. It's coming. It's a bit like Jaws. We need the Jaws theme tune music. Ding.
Yeah, I hear feedback. What's going on? Tell us about gravity, Sean G.
Here we go.
I'd like to hear all about it.
Like what?
Oh yeah, I want to know all about that.
So I would love to know all about it too. Unfortunately, science still has no clue what the source of gravity is.
Does anyone else hear feedback, or is it just me?
Shut up.
Can you go back 10 seconds? The effects of gravity.
No, we know the cause. We know the source.
There you go. You said we know the cause. We know the source.
The only thing I can. Yeah, we do know the source.
Hey, listen.
The reason for it.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
No, you literally just said you didn't say that, Anthony.
John Lloyd is leaving. Good night.
Just play it.
He's been with you like all day. Let's see Sean D. Or let's bet Sean D a curved bed to sleep on. And see
Is Anthony honestly that dishonest?
Yes.
Because
Okay. So right after this, literally right after she replays it and he hears himself say it, he goes, You said that you guys know the source. The fuck?
Gravity, Sean G.
Is that Chris Berry?
No, it's Chris Matt.
Oh yeah, I want to know all.
Riley
the other idiot.
Nothing, you know. He tells barefaced lies, and he has no compunction about doing it.
Oh, it does though. It is defined, and we do know what causes it, Sean.
No, we don't know what.
But by the way, Sean, I've dropped in at 20 to 5 in the morning to say hello.
Oh, hang on, Davros. Davros, did you hear the beginning of the stream?
No, but I could sort of get a gist of it.
Yeah, no debate tonight. Shady shit happened.
Shady shit?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But right
or
now,
someone shit the bed.
What we're listening to now is Riley claiming that general relativity states the source of gravity.
See? You
No,
said
it doesn't.
No,
so press
that.
pause.
Fucking what?
Guys,
listen.
The next sentence was it's in the definition, Sean. So I'll do it again.
Yeah,
just
you're
for
right.
you.
Again,
So-
hang on, Anthony. Hang on. Because I stated, you said it was, we knew the source. You stated, I never said that. Will you concede to the fact that you did say that?
I was using your words. I will concede that I did say that. It doesn't.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him say it? I was using your words. I'm like, are you serious, Anthony? This is happening right now.
Not
No,
change.
you-
No.
You were not using my words because I did not say that.
You
I
did
didn't
say that.
I've never
You
said
did.
we had a source. Matter of fact,
Listen,
if
no,
you play back what
you
we just
say it-
listened to, I say it clearly. Science does not know the source of gravity. Are you going to
It does.
try to turn my argument? Okay, so now you're saying it does know the source. Because
It does. It's in the definition.
Okay, let me say this again. One, you did say source. Two, the definition does not describe a source of gravity. It describes the effect of gravity.
No,
and it says
no.
it in the read the definition again, because your first statement you said is the effects. Go ahead, read it again.
It clearly identifies the source. Everybody else calls it the
Read
cause.
the definition.
Anyone notice that now he is saying it again?
Yeah.
Hang on. The source doesn't. He's got the correlation causation shit happening, doesn't
it gets better. It gets better, Davros. The uneven distribution of mass apparently is the source.
What?
Yeah. Listen in.
Again, Anthony.
Okay, so pay attention to the second bit, Sean.
No.
Gravity
Read the first bit
is-
again. No. Read the first bit again.
This is what he was doing, and everyone knows this part of that. Riley does. He read that. The Wikipedia correctly the first time. Then we got into that battle about the source and the effects. Now Riley refuses to read the whole thing. Now he's only gonna cherry pick a part of the Wikipedia watch.
Yeah, it's two-tailed, not one-tailed.
Okay,
First
read
part-
the first part again. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Gravity is the effect of the curvature of space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass. So that tells us what the effect is. It tells us what the cause is. You use the word source.
It tells you what that mass does to the fabric of space.
Yeah, that's the cause of gravity,
Anthony
mate.
doesn't know how to
No,
word.
that is the cause of the mass against on the fabric of space due to gravity. It's another effect of gravity. It's not a cause.
No. Listen.
Wait,
It said.
are you telling me that the bending of space time or the curvatures, the fabric of space, is a source? How is it a source, Anthony?
No. That's the effect.
Source.
Okay, again, what's the source then?
The uneven distribution of mass.
Yes.
No, that's what bends the fabric of space. Again, it's not a source; it's effect.
All right, so we'll have to do screen share for Sean, and we'll take him through it slowly.
In the definition.
Well, first of all, I have a clear understanding of what's being talked about. Anthony, you saying it's a source and then saying the definition says it's a source is not true.
It is.
It doesn't say it's a source. Okay, let me go and I'll type in source of gravity and see what comes up.
I've got it here, Sean. It's on screen.
Go ahead. Read it.
Can you see my screen, Sean?
Again.
Can you see my screen?
Okay, so I paused it again. Okay, so Anthony is okay. So I'm not sure if you noticed it, but Anthony went down the page. So you didn't. The top part wasn't read. He read the first part earlier. Now he refuses to read it, and he's only going to emphasize on this.
Oh, he does that.
Yeah. And I knew he did. Oh, trust me. I'm not sure if you guys realize or not, but I'm not even really arguing the point. I'm just calling him on all his bullshit. And it was fun. I was loving last night. It was so fun. Because again, guys, it gets better. It gets so much better. He says gravity is the most accelerated described by the the theory of general relativity, which describes gravity not as a force, but as a consequence of the curvature of space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass. I say, Riley, you understand that what it's saying by as a consequence of the curvature of space-time and distribution, I'm explaining to him that the mass of the planet is the cause of the bending of the space-time. I'm trying to explain that that's what creates the gravity well. And then I'm explaining him that the uneven distribution of mass is the gravity well. Not to him. Uneven distribution of when he reads caused by the uneven distribution of mass, Riley reads that as the source of gravity.
Yeah, but he's also reading that as that gravity, the uneven distribution of mass is the cause of gravity. No, it's the bending of the space-time that creates the effect of gravity. He doesn't know how to use words.
Yeah, and I explain that. Oh, you guys are going to hear me like, okay, I keep saying stuff like this, and let me make this clear. I think everyone that has been with me along this journey. Why? Because in this conversation, ISC says something to me, and it made me realize why I like having these streams and not minding the repetitiveness of the conversation. Because, mind you, I'm on a panel full of flat earthers in a flat earth channel. So before this, again, it was all respectful. Everybody was cool as shit. I loved that channel. I loved everyone that was on it. Riley's the only time it got like this. But they're rattling off questions to me. And I've done it 1,000 times now. So the things that they're asking me, I know off repetitiveness. So I can say it right away. And she goes, so Sean, do you have like a list in front of you that you're just ready to answer these questions? And I'm like, no, you take enough notes and you look through something enough times, you kind of don't need to fall back on notes. And that's what ends up like this whole conversation. I'm just like, wow. I clear, like every time he was talking, I could see like little pinpoints of all his either word salads or trying to change it around. Like it was all just popping out at me. And it like these conversations are so much easier for me to have now than say a year ago. But so in the midst of this fun game of listening to Riley F everything up, thank you to everybody. Let's go ahead and keep playing.
I mean, how many times have we spoken about fucking gravity, Sean?
Oh, so many times. So many times that my view of gravity is slightly altered. You know, because like I joke a lot about the graviton, but to be let's keep it really honest about it right now. The way I'm starting to understand how gravity works,
to me, it makes more sense that there's going to be a push and a pull effect. How? I don't know. I'm still looking into it. It intrigues the fuck out of me about this, about how things could work differently. But again, that's here nor there for the conversation. But let's listen to Riley make more of a fool of himself.
Screen, Sean.
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's read through this together. Try not to interrupt me though, because it answers both your problems. Gravity is most accurately described by the general theory of relativity proposed by Einstein in 1915, which describes gravity not as a force, but as a consequence of the curvature of space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass. Now, to be fair, Sean, I said it was the effect of curvature, and this one says it's the consequence of. But that's the same word.
Yeah,
it's a simile.
I agree.
But it's also a simile for the source, because we know what causes the curvature of space-time.
Mass, but it's not the source. Mass is not the source.
No. The uneven distribution.
Okay, what does that mean?
Planets, moons, suns, astral belts.
What the uneven distribution of mass means.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Look up the definition. What does it mean?
It's so simple.
You're right. It is very simple. He's arguing gravity away by using gravity,
which is not properly described anyway. And pressure mediation. Everything else is a result of the lack of pressure mediation and the collision of electromagnetic flux. That's all there is.
Okay, I wanted to say that. Yeah. Okay. So let me get this straight. Okay. So like I said, I do have a method to my madness. And the last thing I'm gonna ever do, and the last thing anyone ever should ever do, is disrespect a host. But I'm gonna say it now. What she just said was so complete lemon word salad. It was insane. And I knew it right off the bat. But I'm not. But again, this fights with Riley.
Yeah, you're not fighting like you said.
That doesn't
exactly.
That doesn't even say a source. Again, there is no source of gravity.
Well, the source of gravity on your model is the uneven distribution of mass.
No,
now I know that doesn't help you. That's
your understanding of what that means is incorrect.
It's hard. Okay, New Perspective would like to say, hold up. Please ask Anthony Riley to clarify that we don't really know what gravity. That gravity is the bending of space-time. And both Newtonian and Einsteinian gravity ideas are products of scientism.
So New Perspective says, ask him to clarify that we don't really know that gravity is the bending of space-time. No, we absolutely know what it is because it's defined. And thankfully, Einstein's done it in a clear enough way that everybody understands it.
He's saying that we know that it is.
Yes. He says this numerous times. Yes. General relativity. Einstein explains the source of gravity right there. Uneven distribution.
No, has he even read any of Einstein's papers from top to fucking bottom? Because they all state anytime I am talking of gravity, I am speaking of the effect that is caused by the bending of space-time. Caused by, not the source.
And I apologize, everyone in the chat. I am now looking at I can see the chat now. So if you tagged me, I apologize. But yeah, this is fun. I think there's probably another. Well, this goes on for about another 20 minutes, but I'm not going to play that much of it. But what I wanted to get to was the part.
Sean.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, the part I want to get to is let me see if I can find it. It's actually about to happen. Is the part where I'm trying to explain to him that uneven distribution of mass is a gravity well, and he's saying no, it's not. And then when he Google searches both gravity well and uneven distribution, how gravity wells pop up on the screen. Once we get to that part, I'll stop it.
Okay.
The bending of space-time. That's the part.
Well, what he's saying is why is Riley using general relativity to say Newtonian gravity isn't real? But the problem is you're reading that distribution of mass is not it saying where the source of gravity is.
Yeah, it is. It's there literally.
It's literally not.
So how does that bit that's highlighted in blue? How does that not identify the source?
Because it is saying that mass is what bends space fabric. It is not
Correct.
saying that is not exactly. It is not saying that mass is a source.
So if mass causes the bending of space-time, what makes the source of the bending of space-time?
We
do.
know.
We do.
No.
It's literally highlighted in blue, Sean.
You can read that as that's what it is, Riley, but that's because you don't understand what that means. It is not telling you what the source is. No, it's not.
Well, it says that mass is the cause.
Okay, you guys can say that's what it is, but it's literally Riley thinking he understands what it's being read. It is not saying it's a source.
What are the two words in blue say, Sean?
It is describing how mass is what is bending the fabric of space. Now, the cause or the source of this happening is unknown.
It's not. It's identified in blue right now on screen for you.
I can't repeat it over and over again, Riley. What you were saying is not correct.
Eyes, who do you think?
On the screen in your governmentally.
Nope. In the understanding that I have, there is no source for gravity. No one has ever said, the source for gravity.
In the description.
It's right there, homeboy.
That's not the source, and your interpretation of it is incorrect. That's all there is to it.
That's not an interpretation. It's a literal.
No, it's okay. So literally, show me it's saying it's the source for gravity, because that's literally not saying that. Okay, let me read you what the. Do you want to know what the uneven distribution of masses means? Because that's not
what does that mean?
It doesn't say it's a force.
You guys see that?
So the definition is.
Did anyone see that happen? Did you see that just now? He clicks over. He's what he's doing is he's using his cursor, like he's moving his cursor around, and every time you move your cursor over around one of those little blue spots on there, it shows like an illustration. It just showed an illustration when he put his cursor over curvature of space-time. Yeah, I'll keep going. It gets
what does the uneven distribution of mass mean, Sean?
Gravity is accelerating, described by the general relativity of a relative, and describes gravity not as a force, but as.
So he typed. I didn't even realize he typed in solar system. I didn't see that part. I thought he was supposed to be typing in uneven distribution of mass. Remember, I said look that up. He just typed in what he did. Look right there. So he types in solar system.
Described by the general relativity of a relative, and describes gravity not as a force.
So now watch what he does. So I didn't see. If I would have seen him type in solar system, I would have called him on it the second he did it. But listen to what he says this is.
Consequence of the curvature of space-time caused by the distribution of mass and energy, and resulting in a gravitational time dilation, where the time dilation laps more slowly and lower. In its lower, stronger gravitational pull. That is describing the way a gravity well works. That is 100% what uneven distribution means.
Sean, can you demonstrate the curvature of space-time?
No, no one can. It's the fourth dimension that no one sees.
Bullshit.
Okay. Well, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know how you want me to just.
Unicorn laser.
Actually, I can.
Okay, don't give
GPS.
me a stretchy rubber with a ball on it.
No, GPS.
Sean, this is on screen now. What is the uneven distribution of mass? Can you see it?
No, it's not.
You can't see gravity wells right now. A gravity
no.
I'm telling you right now, Anthony, I understand what I'm talking about. An uneven distribution of mass is a gravity well.
No, it's not. The uneven distribution of mass.
Show me that it's not. Show me it's not. No. What you're looking at is our solar system. Nothing on that screen is describing gravity at all.
No, I'm not describing gravity. I'm describing the uneven distribution of mass.
Yes, which is everything to do with the gravity well.
God.
No, it's everything to do with the masses that are unevenly distributed in the solar system.
You're embarrassing yourself.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that just happened, people. Yep.
Does he understand? Oh God, Sean, I've got to call him on this, right? So for my many years looking at shit in the sky, anyone who normally would think, that looks relatively evenly distributed, right? The uneven distribution of the mass is talking about the singular fucking object in space-time not having a consistency through that mass causes the bendy wobbly bits in space-time, therefore gravity.
Oh dear.
So again, guys, it gets better. And so you notice when I'd been saying he was wrong, but all of a sudden now I started saying, Riley, you're embarrassing yourself. Oh my God. Wait, 2 more minutes, people. 2 more minutes.
Okay. Oh, you're teasing.
No, it's really not.
Oh, the pain.
No, it's not. Show me the source that says that's what it is.
That up.
Show
There you go, Sean.
Riley. No. Yeah.
There's
You keep
the source that says what it is. It's in your...
interpreting that as what it is, and you're wrong. Now, why don't you go back to the site you were just at that you say was showing uneven distribution of mass, and show me in this article where it says that what you're looking at is the distribution of mass. Show me anywhere in this article.
That's exactly what the source says.
Yeah.
It's an uneven distribution of mass.
Where? Show me.
Okay, so do you agree that Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars?
Scroll down and show me where it says that.
So you want me to get you something that identifies what is okay?
All right. You said that was the uneven distribution of mass, which means that article should have said that wasn't it? No. Okay, I didn't think so, Riley.
I'll find your citation.
Okay. So I realize, Riley, that's so not uneven distribution of mass. Show me that source where it says that, because again, I didn't see he typed solar system, but I caught it. Now, this is where it gets fun. As you see, Riley's now Google searching uneven distribution of mass. Look what pops up.
Bear with me. I'm trying to find a pictorial one.
Unicorn laser eyes. Please have Sean G to cite something that backs his claim.
Boom.
Well, he
I see that, and I'm like, "You're dumb, Riley."
Thank you, Riley.
He denies everything.
I don't deny everything. The fact that you deny everything is the funny part. You're literally using general relativity to argue against gravity, and then say gravity is real. You don't understand that the uneven. Look. Oh, what did you type and get that? What did you type? Uneven distribution. Uneven distribution of mass. Yes, and go back. Go back.
I'm trying to.
Go back to the tab. Look, that's why you see gravity wells.
No, that's that. No, right.
Thank you.
No,
okay. Look, that's a gravity well right there. That's the uneven distribution of mass right there.
No. That's the warping of space time.
Okay, you guys notice that? Riley literally just denied that was a gravity well, right? Oh, this is the best part.
Yes. And what you're seeing is the mass of that Earth causing the fabric of space to bend, and that is the uneven distribution of mass. That is not the source of gravity. Okay,
no,
what makes all that happen?
No, Sean, listen, just stop interrupting a second.
Riley, no. At this point, you're embarrassing yourself, and it's really funny because you save these, right, Eyes?
What?
You save your streams?
Yes.
And it's okay if I use this?
Go right ahead.
Thank you.
So make sure you get this bit in, Sean, because this is where the cherry picking happens on your
I don't
side.
even have to say anything anymore. Go ahead.
The only problem sometimes when, like how earlier that bit got shut down, but I've been recording for the last 20 minutes.
No, I know how to do it. When you in your stream, I just won't leave the stream, and I'll just backtrack it. It's all good. I if it doesn't stream or it doesn't save. Thank you. But no, Riley, I'm telling you right now, the uneven distribution of mass is describing the gravity well in which the mass sits in. It is not. Okay, you can say no over and over again, but you can find me when you find a source that actually goes with what you're saying. Then let me know, because you typed in uneven distribution of mass, and the things you got is a freaking gravity well right there.
No, that's not a gravity well. That is the curvature.
That's not a gravity well?
Sean, you said, Sean, listen.
Oh my God. Do you know what a gravity well is then?
Sean, stop. Well? Sean, you did say that you didn't need to speak anymore, and I'm trying to get a response in. Just let me respond.
Something that doesn't even make sense. What's a gravity well then?
Let me respond, and then you can attack what I say.
Okay.
Yeah?
Answer the question, you don't.
So you asked for proof of what is uneven distribution of mass. I've now got on screen an example of an uneven distribution of mass causing the curvature of space-time. What you claim is a gravity well is demonstrated on screen as the curvature of space-time caused by uneven distribution of mass. The planet is the distribution of mass in space.
Yes, in the gravity well. Yes,
it's not gravity.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing it. Anyone else notice? He just agreed with exactly what I'm trying to explain, right? Anyone else?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
After denying it all.
I gotta speak to him, right? If I get the chance to speak to Anthony, I'm gonna turn around to him and I go, uneven mass Fabric space-time. Put mass in space-time, bendy, curvy, gravity.
Yeah.
So check this out. Okay, so now I'm making it very clear that we're looking at a gravity well, and even blah blah blah. Okay, I go, Riley, Google search gravity well.
Gravity well, not gravity
Yes,
well.
that is exactly what a
This
gravity
is the
well
curvature of
is.
space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass.
Explain what this is. So I'm looking at the source.
And,
What is a
and if
gravity
we
well?
zoom,
A gravity
and if
well
we
is
zoom
the
out,
pull of gravity that a large body in space exerts. The large body, the more of the gravity well it has. The sun has a large or deep gravity well. Asteroids and small moons have much shallower gravity wells. Anything on a planet or moon is considered to be at the bottom of the gravity well. Entering space from the surface of a planet or a moon means climbing out of the gravity well. Sometimes that often takes a huge amount of energy. The larger the planet or moon's gravity well is, the energy it takes to achieve escape velocity. What you are looking at is a gravity well, which is the uneven distribution of mass. And I'm saying this, that's the last time I'm going to explain the actual what it is to you, Riley. You can say no 1,000 times over, but you are wrong.
you're conflating the terms. They're not the same.
You're conflating. You literally conflated that little sentence you highlighted in blue to say it was a source, and you're wrong. That's why when you pulled it up, you literally pulled up you pulled up Earth in a gravity well.
Right. So you tell your words then. Do you want to say back what you just said about gravity wells here?
Okay, that gravity well is the script. Yeah, a gravity well is the bending of the fabric of space caused by the mass of the Earth. When I say caused by, I am telling you what the effect of the mass of the Earth does to the fabric of space. Now, why the source of the gravity that causes this effect to happen is unknown. Now, you have my claim out there. You have the actual realization of what it does. And now I know.
Okay, so we know what the cause is. It's the presence of the uneven distribution of mass, which would be, in this case, the planet. Because if it wasn't there, it wouldn't be curving space-time. Do you agree?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, the gravity well that you perceive is false because this fabric of space-time is in 3 dimensions. It isn't flat.
It doesn't. That thing, what we're looking at now is a really shitty illustration of it. That gravity well, the bottom of it actually is at this, at the center of every mass that is on that Earth, that is in that fabric. We create one. Satellites create one. The satellites travel in their Earth's gravity well. That is why.
Sean, please stop. Please stop, Sean.
Yeah.
The gravity well that you perceive, the bottom of it down here, well, one, there is no down in space. There's no directions in space. Have you heard that before?
That gravity well is at the center of every object's mass. And that is in every direction you can possibly imagine. It is not just like that. It doesn't work that way. That's a bad illustration for what actually it does. Go ahead.
Right, okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to need to get you a better one. Hang
on.
No.
What I want you to do is find the definition for uneven distribution of mass when it comes to gravity, please. You haven't done that yet.
The uneven distribution. I tried to get it pictorial, but you don't accept this pictorially.
Yeah, because when you typed it in, what you got was a gravity well. And I just told you I just read you the definition of a gravity well, which defined by what you're showing. That is a gravity well. That is not a source for gravity.
Sean, look at the search term, uneven distribution. It's not gravity well.
So type in gravity. Find out what. Type in. Why don't you go to the definition of that gravity?
God, cherry picking at its finest.
And there it is. He types in gravity well, and look at what we're looking at.
The problem is that he hasn't got a fucking clue what he's talking about.
Not a damn bit. Okay,
does,
just so
he doesn't.
For everyone, there is more. Maybe we'll play a little bit later on. I know you guys are so done listening to his voice, so we're really done for now. But yeah, that conversation went on probably another 20 minutes, and yes, it was just as bad throughout the whole thing. Because he like I said, he embarrassed the shit out of himself. It was pretty bad. One of the things that I kept realizing is that this is why I don't mind the 2 weeks of Travis, the Montreals for the umpteenth time. It is for me to understand the things that we're talking about, the things that I'm talking about. I need to be repetitive. I need to see it I need to see something to help me, and that's very important. If I don't have something that illustrates it, because remember, I said this very clearly. When I was a flat earther, the main reason I was a flat earther is because I couldn't see a globe in my mind. I couldn't put those pieces together. I need
You
to
weren't a
see.
flat earther. You were just ignorant.
Exactly. That too. But because of, and this is why I don't regret it, because of that, this 4.5 years now that I've had of repetitively talking and thinking and trying to figure things out, it is glued in my mind now. The problem is I don't sound like a parrot. How do I know that? Is because I what I'm saying and what I make sure I say is understood by myself. So when I'm saying stuff to people in these panels, I'm really trying to focus and think about what I'm saying. I'm trying to get from point A to point B with explanation, not just saying it. That's why every time, and guys, everyone listening in my panels, you guys know me, and I do this, and I hate that I do it, but I do overtalk. I do try to control a conversation. Why? Because I need to express what I understand in full. I can't bounce all that 3 question shit. I hate it. When you ask me 3 questions, I hear one, and I'm gonna answer that one. You know what I mean? Let me get to the.
No, that's fair.
I got a super chat. Thank you, John. He says, "Sean, I hate you. Just checking in. Love you too, John."
Oh, and that's sweet.
Hope everything
How
is
are you
well with you.
Oh, that's John Watson. Hello,
Yes,
John.
yes.
How are your nails, John?
Nailed. It was
What,
one.
the ones he chews on, or the ones he hits into the wood while he's going, "I'm John, I'm John."
Oh, John, bam!
Yeah. But yeah, that's like I said, I do thank all of you guys. Because every single one of you guys played a part in me understanding something. Everyone. And this is also why
Gravitons, baby.
That's right. That's right. And that's also why when I make it very clear that the whole getting personal and disrespect stuff in conversation doesn't work. I made it very like, and I told her because she asked me. Again, I'm like an anomaly on these panels, but I go to a lot of flat Earth streams and panels. I'm there all the time. The thing is that when I have these conversations, I understand where I am and who I'm talking to. I could jump down at them and go, "You're dumb," but it's not going to get that conversation out there. Because when I have that conversation with Riley, there's nothing that makes me listen to Riley. I know what Riley's going to bullshit and say. So what ends up happening is I'm now presenting to somebody listening. Remember, I've always said that. I always think there's one person who gives a fuck and is a flat earther who wants to understand things and is listening. So when I jump on Globers about, maybe a skewed way they say something, it's because I'm thinking like that. But that's what my arguments have now honed down to. When I'm talking with Travis, like all that annoying Travis has honed my horizon talk, and I thank everyone for that. Like, you guys don't understand how grateful I am and how I realized that just last night. How much I realized that alone just last night in that conversation with Riley, and how dishonest he is. I did get a message. I cannot share who that message was, but I will tell you now. The person was on that panel, right? The person was on that panel who said, "I didn't realize how full of shit Riley really was until last night." I'm not telling anybody who the fuck said that. They actually asked me not to say, and I'm not going to. Here's the funny part. I kind of want to debate Riley because there's something also that I remembered from going at it with Riley so many times. Riley's a wordsmith. Riley is great. I am not taking that away from him. If you want to sell water to a whale, fire in hell, he's the guy you're going to go to. He can do it for you. He'll sell it. He'll sell the shit out of it, and every single one of us will buy that. But when you know he's full of shit, and you can call him on it, you see Riley do this. Riley, I'm not sure if anyone noticed. Riley sounded like Riley in the beginning of that conversation. By the end, that didn't sound like Riley. Riley was not sounding confident, and again, repetitiveness. I know Riley. I now know Riley's argument. Riley's argument is not fucking gravity's fake. His argument is let me see if I can talk like I'm right. And I realized that, like, for instance, I used to see You can tell she watches probably a lot of Electric Universe stuff, but that whole flat Earth follow flat Earth. That's why I'm not a flat earther anymore. I'm an individual. I'm by my fucking self. I'm an individual go-res, you want to call it like that too. My understanding isn't tinge on them, anyone on my panel being here now. It's what I took in because I wanted to. When you follow what other people say because you're part of that clique, it scares the shit out of me. How do I know that? Because you guys heard the shit out of that word salad that came out of ICC. And like I said, she's cool as shit. I have nothing but respect for her. But it scared the shit out of me when she rattled that off. When she rattled that,
come on, Sean.
Check out what Brainery just posted.
Cue ball.
No, but see, here's the thing. When you take out and I've said this before, when you take if Chris Berry was here, Lemon, Montreal's here, but you know what I mean, a group of flat earthers. If we don't talk about the shape, I guarantee you every single fucking one of us will all have a good conversation.
Yes.
That's what I mean. When you don't, if you take out the shape, and if anybody, okay, go check this. ICC does this thing where she plays like old films and shit, right? And then they just hang out, talk, and play and type in chat. Go check it out. It's actually a pretty cool, chill place to relax, respectfully, people. But it gave me the opportunity to try to get through her head why I'm here. That rhetoric she spewed through that time, it irritated me so much because that's what I did when I was a flat earther. You hear some shit that works, or it sounds like it works, and you spit it out every time you feel like, that scares me. Why does that scare me? Because ICC isn't a flat Earth proof source person. She doesn't go out there and do that. Matter of fact, she's actually has a really good outlook on it. This is why I got respect. Because
she flew in a fucking plane.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, Davros. Here, listen, hear me out. Because she said something that I say all the fucking time. Who gives a fuck about flat Earth right now? There's bigger shit going on. As far as I'm concerned, the shape of the Earth means absolutely nothing. I said that 1,000 times. If we could go into that's why I wanted to pull away from flat Earth before, but yet we never did. It may seem like it because we never said flat Earth, but realistically, all we're doing is talking about science and adding these shapes in to make our sides clear.
That's philosophy, Sean. What you're actually doing is philosophy of science. What Brainery's just put in there is where I get my description about space-time, about how if you cup both your hands together and imagine the mass inside that cup between your hands, that's the bending of space-time. That's how that should be represented.
Yes.
But it's that damn close to the planet, right? That those gravity wells are too, like, they go too far as the representation, because the size in that picture of the gravity well with the size of that Earth, the moon is only a fraction of the distance away.
Yeah, it's still inside the green.
Yeah, and then they're not showing, and then they don't represent the well that the moon creates as well.
Exactly, and again, the illustrations that we see of the gravity well that we're talking about, it's not represented correctly at all. It's not. It's a shitty illustration for it, but But how? Again, I've talked to Dean about this. Dean, I think I've talked to you too, Davros. It would be almost impossible to actually create a 3D image of a gravity well in its actuality because you wouldn't even see the planet.
It is impossible.
Yeah, and that's what I tried to explain there. Because I think at one point she was like, "Show me fabric of space," and it's like, I wish I could.
You cannot show 4 dimensions. You can't show 4 dimensions using only 3 dimensions.
No.
Possible.
Because you're going to have to wait an hour to see it happen.
Yeah. So everyone knows I'm back in the chat. I do apologize. I was pretty focused on that, and I was trying to get my mind off the situation. For anyone who doesn't know, let me go ahead and get a very, very quick, rough explanation for what has happened in the past, half hour. the debate with Travis is off. It's going to be on tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, due to what I consider to be shadiness, and at this point from both sides, Travis and James. And I'm going to talk to them before the debate. I don't care if they want to or not. I got something to fucking say, because the way that shit went down is not how I roll. And if James is going to portray me as some type of fucking troll, then we got a real serious problem, because that dude is a newbie and he ain't got no fucking skin to sit there and disrespect me like that. And that's how I feel about it. So I do expect an apology from James. If anyone knows James, you can let him know I do expect an apology for that troll comment he made to me in that email. And Travis, you can go fuck yourself.
Erebus.
Mm.
Is that what I think it is that you're showing?
And when you get done, Travis, go fuck yourself again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Travis, learn how to focus.
Yeah, because I made it very clear. I haven't read it yet. At the very end of the stream, I will read the message I sent to James about that. Because at that point, I realized that, I fucked up. I messaged just Travis. I'm in. Everything's good to go. But Travis could have relayed that to James, especially because Travis relayed the fact that I did accidentally just message Travis. He relayed that message to James. He just didn't realize relay what I said, which is shady as fuck. And that's just the way it is. I call shady when I say shady. I can tell you guys now, after this email situation built up with everything else, this will be the last time I have a conversation with Travis. It's not worth my fucking time. I'm going to do it because it's time to embarrass his ass. And that's why I'm going to have this debate. And I'm going to keep it respectful, because that's how I fucking roll. But on my stream, I'm going to let everyone know exactly how the fuck I feel. And again, like I said, and I don't care. Even if this pisses him off, I don't care. Modern Day Debate channel, you're a fucking you're a newbie in this community. You don't have legs to stand and make decisions like that. You're clearly using Flat Earth for your ratings. Cool. Perfect. I have no fucking problem with that at all. That has no problem with my gripe. But what I'm going to tell you now is you don't know who the fuck trolls are and who trolls aren't. And you don't know me, so do not disrespect me by ever thinking anything like I'm a troll. Period. And Travis, you know damn well I'm not a fucking troll. So for you to go, Sean, a troll, what? Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
It's time for your dishonest ass to be called out. And I'm going to do it tonight or tomorrow night. And in my letter, in my email to just James, you guys will see exactly how I feel, because I made it clear this shit is not okay. I don't like being disrespected, especially by somebody I've never even fucking talked to.
Well, just another little thing.
I love you, Wolfgang.
Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. my time, so Tuesday in the future, I will be appearing on Ranties.
Wow.
Oh.
And possibly against Pete Shea and a little bitchy lady named Paige.
Oh my bloody hell! That's
okay. Just so you, well, I do know you won't. See, Ranty's a funny one. Okay, so Ranty, I met Ranty when I first got into Fire Earth. I even went on Ranty's stream. It was pretty cool. I liked Ranty. It was pretty fun until I saw the picture of his sunburn. But it's like he's not one of them, but he's just so happens to live on the same block, so he has to hang out with them type situation. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Ranty from the block.
It's weird. It's weird. He is like, he's different than them, but yet runs the same narrative. It's weird. Super weird. But like I said, it's that group. They're I'll tell you right now, Quantum Eraser, Nathan Oakley are scammers. That's why they have no real argument. They only have yell. Riley, Riley believes he has this God's gift to gab. The problem is he has no intelligible arguments, so he can be picked apart by someone as stupid as me. And then Ranty Ranty has the best fucking glow-proof images on Earth, and Travis is now stepping up to that plate as well.
Whilst at the same time being a nasty little shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's the best part, because I let James know that I not only do I plan to have my argument be that boats being obstructed is due to curvature and refraction, but I also let him know that I wanted to expose Travis for being dishonest with his images by cherry picking only the blurred, distorted images to be shown by doing what? Showing the files that we took together, like a couple. It was so cute. And exposing him with his own footage. That's exactly what I said to James in the email. Yep. And just so everyone knows, I was at the beginning of the stream. I'm sorry, I was extremely angry. There was no intro. You guys didn't even hear music. Why? Because literally when I started my the stream, I was Crash and Farmers popped in as I was checking the email, and it said what's up. As I was reading, James said he had canceled it. And I was furious. I apologize for that, everyone. I'm kind of upset because I like my intro. I live stream for intros. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, the Riley situation that we played, that made my day. If you guys just got to the stream, please forget what else I have to say for the rest of the stream. Go back into the stream and listen to the back and forth with Riley.
The Earth is a sphere.
Hello. I'm sorry. I won't do it. All right, I gotta go to church, guys. I don't know what just happened. Wait, you guys heard that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in the stream, please.
By the way,
Welcome to Blue Marble Science. When should you disbelieve your own eyes? Well, one time might be when you.
Oh yeah, I watched that a short while ago.
Blue is a non-denominational god, so.
So he doesn't have any nations?
Well, it doesn't matter if you're a religious nut, an atheist, a heathenist, a humanist, a dickhead, or a Travis. You're all welcome to the globe.
All I know is that, like I said, I'm in good spirits now because I'm very happy that that conversation with Riley. This way, I was gonna go live at like 2:30 in the morning, right after that shit happened. That was probably the best conversation I've ever had with Riley. It was fun. Fun. I think I'll probably do a clip it and do an upload. I'm probably not going to because I'm embarrassed by my audio.
Yeah, but what you need to do, right, next time you speak to Riley, is change your avatar to a pair of shoes with the laces tied.
Together?
Yep.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, well, this was supposed to be, like I said, we'll put it this way. I didn't know he had canceled the debate until I went live. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, so I came on hot, very angry. So I apologize for that, but I feel it was in good reason. Trust me, except for the one-on-one email between me and James. Yes, I read every email between me, Travis, and James, so you guys can see why I was angry and why I said what I said earlier in the stream. I'm not going to do it again. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's kind of irritating. Like I said, I really do have a loyalty leveling system that is usually ranked in by time served. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, for instance, some new guy, and it happens all the time. Somebody new comes in, and they come in like they're the shit of the cat's meow, and sometimes you got to just give them a little nudge back into place. And I think James overstepped his boundaries in that email. I was pretty pissed off about it. And again, put this way, Flat earthers are even saying this. I heard someone was joking about that here. I think Jose was saying it. Travis has gotten, he's big time now. Now he's on Modern Day Debate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember how close Eyes to See and Travis were before?
Yep.
Yeah, they don't stream, they don't talk anymore. Why? Because they all think Travis is big time now because he's on Debate Channel. Travis literally, it's gone to his head. Travis don't give a fuck about nothing else.
It's what he wanted.
He's big time.
He wanted this whole process to make him famous, to make him well known, and
And guess what? He can't change then his narrative. If imagine that if fucking Travis went globe, he knows. Fuck that. Travis is one of those people that when he becomes a Glober, guess what he'll do? Disappear. He won't be around.
Yep.
He won't be around when he figures it out. And that's how you'll know when Travis knows it's a globe. He'll just disappear. I'm sorry, that no balls. That
Travis won't come to the globe.
Say again?
What?
He said Travis won't come to the globe.
Oh, he will.
No, his pride won't let him.
GPS says, you are jealous of all his live viewers. You have I don't know why you put an S after that after the viewer part. No, I'm good.
I remember one time going in there and the only viewers he had was the people that were in the stream.
Yep. It happens quite a bit. That's why, and I don't want this to be a Travis shit talking fest. He'll do that himself.
I do.
I know, but that's not my style. I like to make him look stupid on his own, which he does. But yeah, that's
not shit talking, Sean.
But when I do it, it's smooth. I'm not saying fuck Travis in his asshole with a fucking baseball bat with no Vaseline. I'm not saying that.
No, you forgot to add the barbed wire and the razor blades.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I am. You just got to figure out the niche in which you talk to somebody. Like, trust me, I know how to put it this way. I know how to get under Travis's skin without sounding rude. I know his little things, just like little things you can utter that just irritate the shit out of him.
There's one line. All you have to do. Could you take a photo in focus, please?
No Name.
He will want to beat the shit out.
No Name wanted to ask you, Davros. He says, ask Davros why he hates himself enough to willingly talk to Paige and PT.
Yeah.
Or Pete.
Oh, so No Name. You've seen me yell at these people. You've seen me have a go at these people. And the fact that I live in the one country that debunks the whole on their map, it's too fucking big. We send people to the South Pole every couple of weeks. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, being south of the equator and being in Australia, I mean, that just kills it off, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also the fact of having a day during the year where we get nearly 18 hours of light.
Yeah.
And the sun doesn't go any faster over my sky. It's 15 degrees per hour. From its position, it takes the same amount of time to go over my head. Plus, I'm going to be someone someday. Someday I'll make it. I will.
I will.
I just changed the title. Let's check my email. And that's the other thing. I'm not I got like a life and shit. I talk to you guys every day. I don't have time for to be checking my fucking email every fucking 5 seconds. I don't know why he does that. He has a fucking Discord server. You would think messages in Discord server would be much easier than a fucking email.
Sean, you don't check your fucking Discord messages either.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes. I've been on a check it pretty regularly.
We've been talking on there quite a lot lately, Sean.
All right, my bad. I was actually replying to Modern Day Debate. Because he messaged me. So it's set for tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. He says, but I'm not doing it tonight. So my message was, that's fine, but please don't call me a troll. I find that disrespectful. So we'll see where it goes from there. Because he's either gonna act like an adult or act like a Travis, and that will pace what happens from there. Because I have been known to meander in a debate to another topic, and I'll call his ass out on the stream. That'd be so funny. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious. But that's just the angry me talking right now. So get that part. All right, let me get this back up. All right, so I know a topic I really want to. I have no shit about, but why is 5G getting all this hate? Why isn't 4G getting all this hate?
Because they're ignorant buggers.
Isn't 5G an upgraded version of 4G?
Yeah, all it means is the 5th generation of telecommunications. That's all it means. So, and it happens to be working at is it higher frequency?
So wait, so did so we've had a 2G, 3G, 4G, and now it's 5, and now 5G is dangerous.
Somehow.
Well, they can't rag on 4G because if they do, then they won't have a way to put up YouTube videos.
Yes, they're all using 4G.
What's
at
up,
the moment.
Sir? How you doing, sir?
GPS has got it right because they are the dumb.
That doesn't make sense. That's because I've heard this 5G thing before, and I do know for a fact it's stronger, but doesn't have a good radius. So they do have to put a lot more of these 5G towers in. I know that,
yes.
But
yes,
yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. I would think if 5G was actually bad, why was there never a 4G outcry? When we were at 3G, why weren't they saying 4G was going to kill us?
There was, and it was the same with microwaves and everything else. It's just a case of we moved on and we forgot all about it because of all the shit that went on in between.
Yeah, and the coincidence of this virus sort of vaguely corresponding with the rollout of 5G.
Well, they used to say that about cell towers in general, how cell towers were supposed to be about mind control. But I guess they forgot about that part because they needed to find a new and more improved and more popular bad guy because that one was getting a little old.
No, they're still claiming it's about mind control.
Of course they are.
So
if it isn't one conspiracy, it's another. You know, when they run out of one, they've desperately got to find another one. Oh, here we go. We've got one or two sort of pre-packaged and ready to go.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, when they've beaten the dead swan completely to death, they'll find another dead swan to beat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find an article. I'm trying to find an article that talks about the health effects that people keep saying is going on. But I don't want to find a fucking YouTuber. I'm trying to find an article about it.
Well, actually, if you just check 5G Wikipedia, the 5G page on Wikipedia has a whole chunk on effect on human health.
Okay. Okay. So let me get it.
I was just having a quick look just myself.
Okay, effects on human health.
I think one of the problems is that even if it did have any potential problems, you're only going to find this out over time, and it's just not been in use long enough yet.
Well, I'm not. Like, what are they saying is dangerous about it, though?
Well, no. Well, at the moment, officially, nothing.
Oh no, they've got a few. Causes cancer, causes autism.
Well, yes, but you can just pull anything out of your ass, can't you?
Well, that's where they pull everything. That's why all their facts stink.
I think if you dig down to the very bones of it all, you'll find it's all the fault of Satan and his demons.
And yet they give 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, when you put it that way.
Yeah, don't forget, Shanji, I'm not funny.
You're not. You're not at all. I'm not laughing. Just not laughing.
Here's an interesting.
And yet they give 5-star reviews.
Ofcom, the UK regulatory body, revealed the results of 5G radiation testing.
I just turned on the watch page and I had to hear you say that shit again.
Sorry.
No, not you, philosopher. I had to hear his joke over again.
They revealed the results of 5G radiation testing in 10 cities. No health risks were identified, and the result of measurement equated to 0.039% of a safe exposure level. So when they go, okay, we'll just take radiation in general, this is the safe limit, and 5G reached 0.039% of that safe level.
Do you know that you get more radiation out of a fucking banana?
I know.
Okay, so GPS says 5G uses higher frequency, but it doesn't have to.
No, it doesn't have to.
In the U.S., at least, T-Mobile and other 5G on lower frequencies for the more rural areas. Oh, okay, I see. So
yeah.
it okay.
Right, what they use
is the frequency. Sorry, farmers, but you increase the frequency to increase the coverage within a given area.
Yeah.
Okay, if you've got less coverage, you don't need to increase the signal.
Yeah, what's called see, that's the thing that confuses me, because for instance, the internet I'm using right now, I've actually hooked up to the box, but when I go to my Wi-Fi, I can set it up for 2.4 or 5G. I could have swore like we always used it.
No, that's 5 gigahertz.
Yeah.
That's just the frequency.
Okay.
Yeah, 5G means 5th generation.
That's all it means.
But does it work the same way where that 2.4 shares the signal with
5G
everyone?
5G is working on 30 to 300.
I don't understand any of that shit. Does it have anything to do with live streaming?
The frequency is 30 to 300
gigahertz.
What is it now? What is 4G?
Currently up to 30 gigahertz with 4G.
Oh.
Yeah, your typical microwave, your typical bandwidth for a cell phone is in the microwave range of about 2 to 3 gigahertz, and most often, like your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi is exactly the same frequency as your microwave oven.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then it does work like I think it does, because, for instance, the 5 or whatever, I only take that signal and everything else takes the 2.4. Kind of works like that, but this is like a stronger one. I don't really care.
Well,
I do care. No, let me get better. I do care. I just don't like. I don't like. It's weird. I'm not seeing any issue with
Here you go, Sean.
What is this?
Check the picture.
Where 5G fits in the electromagnetic spectrum.
Yep.
Look, non-ionizing radiation. Oh dear.
Where does it fit in the spectrum?
Down there where it says mobile phones, the purple bit.
Yeah.
In between radio and microwave. So if you own a radio and a microwave, you do not need to fear 5G.
Correct.
Wow.
This is the whole point of it. The whole sheer nonsense about oh, 5G is dangerous and it's going to harm you and kill you, let alone saying that 5G is responsible for you getting the virus, which is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's those ones up the other end, those X-rays and gamma rays that would be more likely to do that.
Yes.
You
they're
mean,
the ones
you mean
that
the
do nasty
ionizing radiation?
Yes, non-ionizing radiation. You don't really need to be worried about.
Wait, I'm confused. Hang on. So I see visible light. Does that mean like you can see ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays?
No.
The visible lights that see where the two lines
Sean,
are
you see the
either
little
side
white
of it?
lines that are in the middle of that's cutting
The
vertical?
boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's showing you where that visible light range is just that little box above visible light.
Yeah, but where visible light, the frequency of visible light means that you can see that frequency. So then anything higher than that frequency you should see too, right?
Well, no, above that frequency, you cannot see it.
Okay, wait. Is it just a comparison to frequencies? This isn't like the actual line of which, like, as I'm turning up the frequency bar, these things don't happen, right? Or it's just showing me an illustration.
Yeah, you can see ultraviolet light, but if you go out in the sun, in the tropics, without sunscreen, you get sunburn. That's because of the ionizing radiation of ultraviolet light.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it now. Thank you. Actually, I do get it now.
Yeah, X-rays penetrate deeper, and gamma rays will penetrate even deeper.
Yeah, it's the same way, like a UV light versus a regular light bulb.
Hang on. Don't talk about gamma rays. Gamma rays will disrupt your fucking DNA.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they go very deep.
Wait, what? Wait. So if I got hit with a gamma ray,
with a
what
gamma
happens?
ray burst, right? That's what
you
that
become
frequency.
the incredibly small Sean G. Hulk.
Awesome.
Well, actually, if anything, your DNA will start to degrade and you will die a horrible.
Yeah, like say radiation burns from Chernobyl. That's the effect of ionizing radiation on your body. Is your body literally breaks down at the cellular level, at the DNA level, actually. Yeah, the proteins literally alter their structure. So you no longer become compatible with being human anymore. You become just a mess until it kills you.
The term's freak, philosopher. It's freak.
No, freak is this girl I once knew.
No. That's a freaky girl. Different words. I don't think that word means what you think it means. And Hannah's right. The way UV breaks down your skin cells. Same thing. Anything past ultraviolet is dangerous. But it's a matter of how much you're exposed to will depend on the danger.
Okay.
Yeah, our normal reaction to ultraviolet light is for our skin to excrete more melatonin, or is it melanin?
Melanin.
I keep getting those two confused, but that's why black people are black, is because they are exposed to the sun. They're equatorial, and so their skin darkens to resist the UV rays.
Yes, melanin is climate dependent.
That's why Northern Europeans are so very white and pale, is they don't see as much of the sun.
Well, we actually have a indigenous population here that actually prove that fact, that towards the north they are darker than they are towards the.
It makes perfect sense.
So we have sort of that lighter brown, almost that Sean G sexy caramel color. And then if you go up north, you've got that, that, what would you say, that real dark African color, that sort of blackness.
I don't think it's African. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, no, because that's where this is where we came from. I'm saying that that really dark, where if you were in a dark room, all you'd see is teeth.
It's called
dark.
It's called blurple. Yeah. yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, the fact that these guys think that 5G is going to work like the things on the other end of the electromagnetic spectrum is a complete. Actually, it's a false flag. What they are doing.
Yeah. They're using something to get their own for their game.
It's a proven fact that people, in a generalized sense, fear what they don't understand. So these people, they fear it because they have absolutely no clue about it. That's why they fear it so much.
Oh yeah, it's much easier. It's much easier to come up with the bads of something than to look into it and realize if it's not bad at all, or how bad it isn't compared to. That's a better way of saying
it. The fact of the matter that even since 2G, there has always been a warning sign on the antennas that are put up. There's a little symbol at the bottom that gives you the distance to remain at once it's switched on, and it's normally within 6 to 8 feet.
Yeah,
stay away from that.
Yeah,
it won't do fuck all.
Yeah, it's like that laser site, that direct laser site I was at. But basically, what it's saying is don't pull your pants down and hang your balls over the system.
Yeah. Don't try to have sex with a 5G repeater. Probably not a good idea.
Probably not.
No.
Because I mean, even a 2.4 gigahertz microwave cell tower repeater. You know those big round cans with the pointed side. You know, looks like a drum, but with a drumstick stuck in. Well, those are the microwave repeaters for cell phones. And yeah, if you're standing directly in front of it, you will get burned. It will cook you, literally. Yeah. But you know, if you're 20 feet away, no, you're not going to have that much exposure at all.
So wait, so one of these systems, 5G towers, in someone's backyard could be dangerous?
No, not in your backyard. No, it's not dangerous. You're too far away. That's and also it's not even directed at you. Those are beam antennas.
Okay. What if they were beamed at your house?
Well, they'd have to point at your house.
Okay. Would it be dangerous?
At that distance, maybe over a great deal of time, you could see potential health, a detriment to your health. But it's not going to be severe.
So there is some truth to the dangers of 5G.
Well, only for the fact that by proximity, if you're close enough to the emitter, you're going to absorb a great deal of it. You're literally going to, well, because you're right in front of the emitter, you're going to take the brunt of it. But what comes out of your phone, such as when you say share your, you do the hotspot sharing on your phone, it's transmitting the same way. But something like that's not going to affect you because that's the relative exposure of that repeater at, say, 30, 40 feet.
Okay, because one story that I do remember about 5G is it was probably about 3 years ago, whenever they started putting towers up, like in LA, a fire department called a news agency about it, and they were talking about one of these towers being put at the fire station, and they were worried about the effects of it and stuff. So essentially, because again, like I said, usually conspiracies come from something, and it sounds like if you put your balls over the tower, you're screwed, and they've conflated that into 5G is going to kill us all. Is that the case?
Well, it's the effects exponentially decrease as you gain distance. The reason they need to be so powerful from the start, such as the repeaters on the tower, I know because I helped my dad work on them. The reason they have to be so powerful is because by the time it gets to, say, your phone or so, the signal is incredibly weak, relatively speaking. It's just that the equipment in the phone can pick that up and still get a reliable signal from it.
And again, to put it in some perspective, as Hannah says in the chat, there's more dangers of being in the sun for long periods of time, and people do that all the time.
Okay, but
by far.
But so I'm starting to piece together the issue. So within proximity, they can be dangerous, but typically, off the top of my head, I know they're not gonna. They would put a buffer zone around these towers. They're not gonna let kids have lunch under these towers.
No.
But the idea that to have this 5G thing, they are going to be putting in thousands of more towers. So when you start talking, but when you start talking about the collective of all those towers, I could see the fear in that.
Well, you're talking about saturation.
Yeah, exactly. But they're also not putting 3 towers per location either.
Yeah, but look at the minimum height for the position of that repeater or that antenna, and I guarantee it's above 20 feet.
So wait.
Yeah,
let's just pretend I'm a hoodlum, and I climb up there to spray paint. My balls are big, or some stupid shit kids do. Could I mess up that tower and point it at a house under it?
No.
Unlikely, because the ones that you're actually going to be have access to are similar in shape to the likes of your street lamps and stuff, where you're not going to be able to climb them.
Hey, Sean, I just posted a thing from the FCC, if you're interested in looking at it, on their website about the dangers and the frequently asked questions about RF.
Good article. Yeah, I'll look at it. If you know anything that stands out in there, Maxwell, let me know. Off the top that we can look at it, but I'm not going to read the whole thing right now.
Well, here's an analogy that none of these people have used. Okay, so you guys have seen the disasters with oil, with fuel, with batteries, right?
Go on.
You guys still drive fucking cars, don't you?
Well, they don't let me drive cars anymore. I'm too broken, apparently.
But that's the point. There's all these oil disasters, fuel dumps going up in flames, people getting burnt with battery acid, yet you still charge your batteries in your phones, in your cars, in all the toys for the kids. You charge all those batteries. You use your car. You replace the oil. You keep putting fuel in it. You go to petrol stations. You use them. You've seen them blow up. You've seen them catch on fire, but you still go there. You still use them, even though there's that slim possibility it might cause harm.
That's just one more thing to.
You're implying that these conspiracy, I'll just call them conspirators. You imply that they understand the notion of nuance.
Oh no, that's been my go-to lately. Is, do you understand the nuance of what you're saying, or is it just that's what you stand by? Is it just that? That's the thing.
Yeah. Everything has to be an absolute.
I'm calling demonic out in that one there. His go-to thing at the minute has just been shouting and screaming at them.
Yeah, well, Bacon God, shut up.
So much anger.
Tell me it's not true.
I do shout at them because I hate them.
Jeez. So angry.
Yeah. At least I'm honest.
And that is true.
Well, Davros and me share a quality in that, is that we hate liars.
Oh no, we all hate liars. I don't think anyone likes a lie. I'm pretty sure no one's like, Bob, he's a liar. Best friend ever. Best friend. Doesn't work that way.
Sean Hannah says that nonsense is super loud.
Well, first she said nonsense is super loud.
Wow. I don't know why it does that. It's turned down from everything's that normal.
God of Noz, have a good night.
Have a good one, Crash.
Yeah. Have a good one, mate.
Luckily, I have calmed down. I'm much happier now. I was very angry earlier.
Yes, you were. And rightly so, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
You had every reason to be pissed off.
And that's the thing that I like to do. But people don't realize. I'm everything's all out there. So if you want to get into it for something petty or just ridiculous and it has to do with being on live streams, I'm gonna tell the world. Everyone's gonna. I like when people see everything for what it is.
Yes, the internet is the exposer of everything.
Because I don't like that he said she said shit, and from the start, I've always learned. My boy Dreads had always says show receipts. If you're gonna make a claim, show receipts.
Jin is the worst for receipts.
Oh, he won't show anything. I know that guy. He comes from like, damn, where is he? He's not 20. I know he goes to 24/7, but I don't think he's from there though.
Okay, so yesterday he was talking about Flight 77, the one in the Pentagon, right? And I turned around and I said, you do realize that what you were saying about there being no debris and all that, and it doesn't come from that plane? I said, well, how come the wheel they found out on the grass is from the bloody landing gear of a 757?
Well, there are some issues with the Pentagon plane that I have.
Yeah, but Sean,
the debris
why are there
part,
bits of a massive plane on
That's
the lawn?
That's the problem, Davros. There weren't really many big bits. I do agree. I know about the tire. There was a tail wing. But here's the problem. Here's actually my problem with it. Not the plane. I do think it was a plane. It just so happened to hit the only part of the Pentagon that was under construction and had FBI records or IRS records, planning records for strategic planning in Iraq. It also, okay, the Pentagon is stated as the most protected or naval or American installation on Earth, blah, blah, blah. Yet, there's only 2 cameras. There's only 2 angles of that object hitting the building for the Pentagon. I promise you now, there are 100 cameras in HD that got whatever hit that the Pentagon, and they're not showing it. That's an issue.
Well, they're not going to show all their cameras because that would obviously.
Also, there wasn't much HD in 2001.
There was on fucking for the Pentagon, who has security cam. Do you think the Pentagon only had 2 cameras, and one of those cameras being from a gas station?
But that's the thing, Sean. Okay, so where would you point your cameras if you're trying to defend something? Do you point them in at what you're defending or out from what you're defending?
Every angle.
No.
I know that.
No, if you've got limited resources, I know
Pentagon
the government
does not.
But say you had limited resources.
We're not saying
would
that.
you point them in or out? I would point them out to see what's coming, not what's already.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They don't have limited resources, and we know if you Google search the Pentagon, and you can get like a lawn picture like from their lawn. If you zoom in, you see cameras at almost every other segment of that building. Trust me, they have a lot of cameras, not just one.
But anyway, Sean, what would happen if it hits some other part? Would there be some other nefarious plan that was housed in that part of it?
Oh no,
that would then change the nature?
Are
you
literally,
sure?
That is literally just a detail that does seem fishy. It happened to be exactly what I said. I don't think I don't know, but that happens to be funny.
Yeah,
that
but
it was the wing that was no one there.
What if it hit the deep cover agents lists in the Pentagon? Would that be a conspiracy?
But see, that doesn't. No. That doesn't make it a conspiracy. I've explained details that make it more of a conspiracy than that. I just added that. You can take that out if you want. Forget what part of the building they hit. How about if they would have hit those parts of the other building where there have been 75 camera shots because all the cameras they actually do have. If they can shoot down terrorists with drones in cities in Iraq from America, I'm pretty damn sure they can get some quality cameras in front of the Pentagon. And if here's the thing, if they only pointed, fine. If they only pointed those cameras outwards, not at the building, fine. Why don't they show the image of the plane coming in? I'm sorry, that place is heavily guarded, and to think that they have Travis like video quality is bullshit.
Well, Sean, people like Travis exist.
I'm sorry, I don't get.
Realize that Travis was a rating for video quality. Is that like 1p? Oh no, that's a Riley. I'm sorry.
No jokes, please, philosopher.
Davros,
We've already had this peer review. We don't need to do it again.
You laughed at the first two. So, but anyway, the Pentagon is very highly secure. I can guarantee you they had HD cameras because nothing that the U.S. public is able to use hasn't gone through the military first. The internet went through the military first. The internet the military had control of the internet, and then they decided, well, we could just give this to the people because it's not critical. We have better lines of communication. The military gets the technology first, always. When the military's done with it, then the public can play with it.
Depends on the technology and its uses.
Just to note that the Pentagon is not going to show every shot they have because that would reveal every camera that they have. And I guarantee you they're not going to do that. And most of the Pentagon is underground. That building is just on top.
Well,
here's a question. Why would they, if these terrorists, I mean, you got to admit, terrorists, whoever did this attack, they got to be pretty smart, right? I mean, you can't say that they're stupid, can you?
Oh, they're stupid.
I mean, they managed to hijack 4 planes, right? I mean, so they can't be that stupid. But what if they were trying to cause major damage to the United States? Why didn't they attack our power facilities? That would have killed millions of people. If there was a blackout for several months, there would be millions of people dead.
But there wouldn't be.
Actually,
there would be.
Well,
there would be. Just think of the mass panic. Just think of the mass panic that we're having right now over a stupid virus, and the mass panic that people would have over no power. They couldn't store their food.
Maxwell is actually correct in a sense, not in 9/11 sense at all. Just in the fact that there has been talks about an EMP attack, and our grid system is shit. It's not set up correctly. If you hit a certain part of the grid, you take out a lot. That probably would have been smarter. But again, we're not talking about. They weren't trying to take down the United States. They were trying to be fucking assholes and kill innocent people.
They were attacking American capitalism. That's why they.
No, they attacked your phallic symbol in one of the biggest cities in the world. Is basically what they did. They said, and don't hate me for this. Let's cut off the cock of the monster. Is basically what they did by hitting the tallest structure in New York.
I think
that's what they're doing to you.
No, their motivation.
Yeah, but what they could have done is imagine if they had have hit some of your nuclear power plants with those planes, damaged the cooling towers, or actually managed to hit the superstructure that housed the reactor unit.
They wouldn't have made it.
No, hang on. But if they did, that would be bigger and more dangerous than what they did with the buildings.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, but the reality of it is.
Well, what is wrong with Bacon
all right,
God's
Montreal.
microphone?
But if Montreal, if you got to go, okay. But if you wanted to, you can stop everything if you want to talk real quick.
I gotta go, bro. I didn't want to interrupt.
My bad. Yeah, you were saying something you had found, right?
If you remember, I was the first one on your chat today.
Yes, I do apologize.
But you got the email and we didn't get around to it. But no problem. Later on or tomorrow.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, I do apologize for that. Montreal had came in and said he had found something he wanted to talk about, and again, it was right as I had got that email, so I got triggered instantly. I apologize, Montreal.
No worries. Later or tomorrow, you're gonna like this.
All right, cool.
See you guys later.
All right, have a good one, Montreal. Again, I'm sorry. Yeah, damn, I feel bad now. Fuck, I forgot all about that. See, Travis, you're affecting my life, dickhead. Fucking piss me off. I'm just kidding. It was, 910 Rumsfeld admits 2.3 million trillion. Yeah, that's another bit and piece. Zan, he was talking about the $1 trillion missing in the Pentagon accounts. Yeah, I know. Hold on, I'm trying to adjust it as everyone talks. I'm turning them down as I get there. I'm not sure why everyone is so loud right now. I don't know if it's my end or what. I do apologize though. I am fixing it. I know as I hear it, as they talk and I hear it, I kind of turn them up or down what needing to be. And at the same time, I've had to turn my levels up and down a little bit, so it's everywhere. It's a little all over the place, but I apologize that.
Well, I just want to point out an interesting thing about the 9/11 conspiracy stuff is they keep talking about the towers and how it had to be some sort of staged explosion, but they say absolutely nothing about how the entire U.S. Was basically a no-fly zone. Okay, all flights have been grounded. Yet George Bush flew the relatives of the Bin Laden family out on planes to get them out of the country as quickly as possible. And while there was a no-fly zone, so during that time, the only planes you saw those were the Bin Ladens leaving the country. Nobody talks about that.
Well, Lifestar flights were still being allowed.
Yep, I remember that.
It was the air traffic control system was not totally closed down to air traffic. Certain flights were allowed.
Well, those were some of the flights that were allowed.
In general, yes, the commercial flights were grounded. Private flights were grounded. I wasn't able to fly my airplane for a couple of weeks. And then immediately afterwards, there were quite a few restricted areas that heretofore had not been restricted areas. And you weren't allowed to fly over them anymore. Like Oak Ridge, Y-12, all that. That became a no-fly zone for quite a while.
I know the temperature changed too because all the planes weren't flying. Got warmer or something.
Well,
like I said, I think a lot of I think most conspiracies have a small bit of truth from it. It's just the fun part is picking and choosing through all the information what is complete bullshit and what's not.
Well, Sean, do you know how to hide a conspiracy?
Hang on 1 second. I am fixing everyone's levels right now. Say it again, Philosopher.
Okay, do you know the best way to hide a conspiracy?
By making it a conspiracy?
No, in plain sight.
You make a false conspiracy that seems more believable.
Like flat Earth?
Then, yeah. So basically, you could say flat Earth is a conspiracy that the CIA spread so that they can hide the fact that they're funneling trillions of dollars to drug dealers or whatever. Use your imagination.
Well,
that's the best way to is get everyone all paying attention to this other conspiracy. It's a shiny object over there. Get everybody to look at the shiny object. While everyone's looking at that, you fill your pockets.
Yeah, that's what happened with chemtrails. The problem
Well,
is
Adam,
that they are spraying stuff for different reasons that they need to, but none of them are nanobots. Nothing for population control. There are, and here's why I know that. Why wouldn't they just do it at birth or when you go to the doctors? It'd be much easier.
Why wouldn't they just put it in the water?
Yeah, or your food.
I mean, why would you spray it over land?
And if they are spraying it over land, like for instance, Margellans was one. That was when I've heard people say they spray nanobots that give you Margellans. The problem is that the amount of people that have it's so spread out. It doesn't even look like from spraying. You would think that more of a concentrated um, amount in a community or a city or a state would be affected by it. And at that case, you would have more clear numbers than they would, especially because they all match Lyme disease, and that's kind of what it is. I think it's a super strand of Lyme disease.
I still find it hilarious though how they think they're spraying something out of a plane, yet these so-called air quotes chemtrails only appear about 100 feet behind a jet engine. Whereas if they actually did a fuel dump, it would literally appear as a stream directly from the aircraft.
Yeah, but here's the thing: there are patents for being able to spray certain things that would come from out the exhaust, as and AE putting them in the fuels.
Well, it would have to not. It would have to not change through combustion, so it'd have to be basically completely immune to combustion.
Let me find the article real quick.
And if they're going to put it in the fuel, why don't they just put it in the automotive fuel? Wouldn't that give better coverage?
No, I think it'd be better from a plane. In that case,
well, what if the wind blows it all away? What if it blows it all off the sea?
The wind spreads it, doesn't blow it away.
Yeah, but if you put it in the fuel of cars, people walk at the same level of cars. You smell car exhaust. You don't think, oh, they're putting mind control in my head.
You do know, like,
you just smell car exhaust.
You're reaching. You're reaching a lot.
No, I think chemtrails is reaching a lot further.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Chemtrails is not real. The term chemtrails isn't
20
real.
feet for 35,000 feet. 35,000 feet is a little bit of a longer reach.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it because there's a lot of articles about them talking about adding stuff to fuels for reasons.
Shut up, Sean. I'm not a corporation. I'm not.
Yeah, I wanted to say something else too, Sean. Is it safe to assume that no one on this panel works at the Pentagon or has ever worked at the Pentagon?
Nope, I definitely haven't.
I cannot disclose that information.
Oh, hush, Deborah. Then any conjecture about how many cameras they had, regardless of what you think they should have had, is purely that, just speculation.
100%.
I have no idea why you want to point a camera down the side of a building where there's no access to the building.
Well, I would assume that was.
But I agree with you, Blue. Yeah, even when I give my statements like that, I trust me, I'm not coming at anyone like, this is why, this is what happened. Those are just things that I look at and go,
Yeah, I know, but I've heard lots of others say the same thing. You know, oh, there had to be more cameras. No, there didn't have to be more cameras.
And usually, I wouldn't feel the need to like defend myself on it. But again, like I said, people that are conspiracy minded, it always starts. There is some holding of truth in everyone almost, but
and
they
if you
take it so far.
Yeah, and if you would have asked any one of those people on 910 whether they thought we had enough cameras at the Pentagon, they would have said, "Oh hell yeah, sure, no problem."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
obviously it's the Pentagon. Of course they do.
Well, I know from working in CCTV that if you're releasing footage of a bank robber, you're not going to show every possible camera view you have because that would reveal where all your cameras are.
Well, all I remember is a box and no windows. So, fuck. No, I've got no authority here. It was some form of Schrodinger experiment. At least that's what they told me, but I can't remember the rest of the story.
They erased your memory.
Oh, no. What memory?
Yeah, see? So, obviously...
Well, how do you know? Were you there?
Yeah, I was there. I'm the one who erased your memory.
How could you be there? There was no access to the room.
But you have no memory of me being there. So if I erase
Oh, no,
your
no,
memory,
no,
how would
no.
you know?
I have no memory of how I got out.
Well, yeah, this right here, I don't know if
See,
you've seen the movie.
see, you're fucked, philosopher.
No. See, if I erase your memory, obviously I can manipulate what memories you retain.
No, this isn't working, philosopher.
It just reminds me of the movie The Cube, where the people were trapped in this cube and they didn't know how they got there. But apparently, they've been trapped in there for years.
How do you know that there was other people in there with me?
Well, they found each other in the movie anyway.
No.
I know because I saw it on
your
TV.
story just went over the curve.
It did.
Well, I think that was kind of
you just rallied that.
That was exactly the point.
That is not a point I would want to admit. Just ask Sean.
When I said that I was in there and I erased your memory, I think it should have been evident from that point.
But what if?
But if you erased my memory, how did I know I was in a cube with no window?
Maybe I selectively erased only that part of your memory.
That's not how memories work.
How do you know? Were you there?
Because of the Schrodinger experiment.
Did you experience this?
Oh, it was more than an experience.
Wow.
So
That's kind of scary. It kind of scared me a little bit.
But this is the thing. Philosopher of Nonsense has actually just shown how a conspiracy theorist can take a hint of something and then run it to a conclusion that is completely out of bounds.
Run it into the ground.
Hence, flat earthers.
Because you don't even know what location I was in.
I'm just saying that.
See, there, boom, boom, flat Earth.
See, that's proof right there.
You sounded like Mark Sargent then.
Uneven distribution of mass.
You got caught in the gravity well, brah.
That's a reification fallacy.
The gravity well is Riley's stomach.
Yeah, it is now. It's in his stomach now.
The only gravity well is between the flat earthers' ears. That's where a perfect vacuum exists.
Wait, what did you say?
I said
he doesn't know what he said.
I said a perfect vacuum exists only between the flat earthers' ears.
Oh, I thought you said
that's
I thought you were saying
that's impossible.
I thought you were saying it was real.
That is impossible.
It actually is impossible because they have flat Earth in between their ears. Therefore, it is not a perfect vacuum.
Yeah, the fact that they are capable of wording,
tying shoes, dressing, they can feed themselves. Therefore,
well, I don't know because apparently, actually, I want to see the graph between the rise of flat Earth from 2014-15 to the rise in Velcro shoes.
You're a dickhead. I don't wear Velcro shoes. I never wore Velcro shoes. I was a flat earther, asshole.
No.
Yes, I was.
I never said you were a flat earther, Sean.
Yeah, but that's exactly the statement is still counts to me.
No, Sean. Did I just What did I say earlier? I said you were just ignorant of the globe.
That's
you weren't
what flat
the actual
earthers
flat.
are too.
No,
No. They're ignorant of reality, mate.
I was as well.
Sean,
Yeah,
you were not a
but-
flat earther. You were a globe denier.
So were they.
He
Yeah, but
wasn't
there's
even
a
a
difference.
globe denier. He was a globe skeptic.
You guys can't change me. I am me.
No, I can change what you were, though.
It sounds so creepy. Why are you guys talking about mind control? Doing this? It's not
It's
gonna
not
work.
about me. It's not about me.
Well, I had to reprogram Sean G because he was malfunctioning. He thought the Earth was flat, so we took him to this little room that was just a box with no windows. Reprogrammed him and sent him back out into the wild.
You killed that one.
Philosopher, you couldn't debunk Bacon Earth last week. So I doubt that you can change somebody's mind.
Yeah, prove
I couldn't
him wrong.
debunk who? Bacon Earth?
Yeah, you know, the Earth we live on.
Who's
Yeah, you
Bacon
have to
Earth?
accept it. There is no denying that we live on the Earth.
Earth
What it's made of is up for
made of
conjecture.
bacon. The sun is made of the scrambled egg, or the egg.
Sunny
Sunny
side
side
up,
up.
fried egg.
Thank you.
Well, see, it's
Moon
kind
is a
of,
tomato, which is why when it ripens every now and again we get a red moon.
Tomatoes are green when they start.
Wait, what'd you say?
But the reason we see it as grey is because of the light traveling through the atmosphere. That's why it's only when it's completely ripe that we get the red moon.
Is bacon grease the ether?
Then why is the moon I see white?
You have bad eyes.
I have no idea what you're saying, Demonic, because you're cutting in and out for me like a bitch.
Damn, he called you a bitch.
No, it's because people in England have gaynet instead of internet.
Oi.
Wow.
internet.
He really is an angry little bunny at the minute.
Very angry. Yeah, you got a
Demonic,
whole,
do we need to have an
whole
intervention
continent
for
gay.
you?
That was weird.
You could try and have an intervention, but that ain't going to change shit about my attitude.
It'll just make it worse.
That's right. Go on, start the intervention. I fucking dare you.
Yeah, we were going to do a peer review on you today, but we're going to go ahead and change that around and do some other things.
I'd like to see that.
No, you wouldn't. You just got yelled at. What are you talking about? Don't you learn?
I learned.
No, he doesn't, Sean. He didn't learn from his peer review.
That is
Now,
true.
You were told no more jokes, philosopher, and you continue.
Yeah, but you laughed at the first two.
I was an accident. Pure accident.
There are no such thing as accidents.
No, it's because we
Really?
misheard it and thought it was actually funny.
I thought it was someone else. Okay.
That was good. That was
I don't know
actually
what
fun.
else to talk about. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like every 2 minutes, I'm checking my email because I don't want there to be any issue with that again.
It wasn't yesterday, but the day before, talking to a couple of people about the fact that they found an axion, and someone piped up and goes, "What axioms? What equations are you talking about?" I'm like, no, you misheard the word.
People in the chat are saying it's creepy, it's spooky quiet in the chat right now, which is actually true. Usually it's going off, but it's a bunch of flat earthers wanting to know what happened with Riley. Go back to the beginning.
He made a complete tit of himself as usual.
Or if you want to see someone making a complete tit of himself, go watch Scotty Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the first 5 minutes of that Trolls versus Trolls video where he's yelling at his dad, yelling at the cops. His dad's trying to calm him down, and the cops are trying to give him a platform to tell his side of the fucking.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened?
Go on, Farmers, you take this one.
No, you got it, mate.
All right, so Scotty Storm was obviously arguing with his dad in the house, and someone's obviously called the police because it's a domestic disturbance, which is what you do.
Wait.
The
This
police
happened
have
in front
come
of Earth?
round.
Who the hell? Wait, how does
Scotty
that ever...
Storm's basically gone solve Civ, okay?
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that.
Oh, one of those.
And he thinks that the police are a corporation, right? He also thinks that 5G is a military operation where
Oh yeah, I know
there's
Scotty G. He's off his rocker. That was the one debate that I actually announced that I felt bad debating him. It didn't feel right.
Flat Earther in training.
No, Scotty Storm started streaming the exact same time I did. We started at the same time.
I'm sorry, I'm just not familiar with the guy.
Oh, he's awesome. You should
don't
have a
familiar
conversation with
yourself. Don't. He's a rabbit hole.
If he's going to come onto these panels, he should know all the players, just like PJ says. So, Philosopher, go down to Scotty Storm.
Yeah, go hang out with him. Talk to him for a minute. He's not allowed here though.
Oh
no! I won't play that game. No, I've done that. Did that one time before, and it was. I felt like I said I felt bad. It felt like
he won't talk to me ever again. No.
The guy's special. Special.
Demonic, most people
actually
speak to you won't never speak to you again.
Yeah, I don't think.
Then why do you keep talking to me?
I talk at you,
ladies,
not to
ladies. Hang on.
At and to are the same thing in a conversation.
Hang on, guys. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm actually gonna end the stream because I am now tired from being triggered.
Yeah.
I may go live a little bit later on just for shits and giggles. Maybe if something, information on the next debate, or whatnot. I really, like I said, there was no intro, no music like I usually do. I went live very triggered, so I'm kind of now wound down and in a slump of hunger and tired. So, I'm gonna go take a nap or something. I don't know, but I may go live a little bit later on, probably like around when I would have been debating, because Jesus Christ. But as of right now, the debate is set for tomorrow at 6 p.m. my time, so 9 p.m. Eastern. So it's a little bit earlier. But as far as I know, that is the set date and time. But I will keep everyone posted.
That's a hell of a birthday present for me.
Really? There you go.
That will be 2:00 in the morning, Tuesday my time, and that's my birthday.
There you go. I will say happy birthday, Farmer's Boy, on the stream during.
You can, but I can't guarantee I'll actually be awake and watching it. But we'll see.
Well, good thing things are recorded.
There you go. I'll try my best, but we'll see how it goes.
John, exactly. That is one thing that I would advise you to do, though, is record it yourself. James sometimes does have trouble with Wi-Fi signal, and it sometimes get broke up. Okay. So it's probably worthwhile you recording it yourself.
Yeah, I most likely will. I like doing that anyway, rather than having to wait for the processing and all that stuff. And then also, since it's earlier, that may put me in an opportunity to do an after show, and we'll go over it or something. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to play everything by ear. I don't want to concrete anything because the time's changed 3 times this morning. So we'll see.
So that was why there was no sort of notification of it to begin with, then, because it was all just up in the air.
Exactly. And again, I got issues with how it went down. I read it. If anyone doesn't know what's going on, go back to the beginning of the stream. I explained why the debate is canceled. I even read the emails between the 3 of us. And you can take your interpretation from it yourself. But again, yes, the Travis debate is what that was supposed to happen today is canceled till tomorrow. for reasons that are said in the beginning of the stream. Also, if you do need a pick me up, continue on in the stream at the beginning, because then I played Riley's extremely embarrassing conversation with myself over at ISIS's stream. Yeah, he really screwed himself on that one and made me look like a genius. So thank you, Riley.
Well, watching Nathan Thompson cry is always good for a laugh too. So,
That's true. Yeah.
You could always do that. I like to do that as a good pick me up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. C4, I appreciate that, man. We'll see if they talk about it. C4 said he just promoted the mini debate with SW to Sean Hufford and Conspiracy Cats. Appreciate that, man. It's one. That was a special one.
Oh, and Sean, in the debate, just some advice. There, as with all of these flat earth or conspiratard types, like if you watch people like Wotan, right? They will try to frame your argument for you. Don't play their game. Stick to your guns and stick their feet to the fire for everything they say.
Oh no,
don't let them go. I can't stand it when I see that.
Yeah, philosopher, don't worry, that's not my style. And again, I know Travis inside and out. His argument, I know everything more than he does basically at this point. And then on top of that, I have clear footage to show. So yeah, trust me, Travis is easy work. The only difference is he's on a bigger platform.
Don't let him slide an inch, because once you let him slide an inch, he'll take a mile.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. That Wu-Tang guy, he's a pain in the ass, so I wouldn't even talk to him. I've talked to him a while ago.
I still have my open challenge for him, because I can destroy him in about 5 minutes, because he has nothing, and that's his specialty.
Philosopher, just a quick question. Do you have over 1,000 subs?
No. Do I need 1,000 subs?
He will not talk to you.
Oh, Travis.
Well,
are you talking about Travis or Wotan? Well, actually, both of them.
Many forms.
Yeah,
both of them.
Yeah, I can't stand it. That's so weird. That's so weird people do that. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'll shit, you guys. I'll be around. If you guys, I'll probably ping the server, let you guys know I'm gonna go live again. If I do, it'll be 3-4 hours, maybe even later, just to BS. But yeah. Tomorrow, the debate's tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. What did I say? Did I say something else?
You said a.m.
Damn, did I really? Jesus. 9 p.m. And I'll put more information out there because again, I say stupid shit like a.m. And then, like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. I'll see everyone around. You know how I roll. But yeah, I'll try to go live later on just for shits and giggles. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys out. All right, YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, like you guys just heard. Thank you guys for joining again. If you guys want the reason the debate is canceled, that go back to the beginning of the stream. If you just got here, I laid it all out. And if you wanted to hear the Riley in mini debate, as C4 has made it, that is also at the beginning of the stream. That conversation that happened with me and Riley. I will actually, by the time this gets up, every processes, I'll have the link in the description to ITC's channel in the actual stream that it happened on with a timestamp, because then the one you're going to listen to in the beginning of the stream, we talked through some of it, or I paused it a few times to talk about it. If you guys want to hear the full length of it, that's what the link will be for, and that'll be in the chat or in the description, probably in about half hour. So thank you guys again. I appreciate everyone that hung out and listened to me ramble and talk nonsense all morning. I will see most of you guys later. Peace.